Welcome back to Indiana Diecast Racing and the continuing action of the Final Fantasy Fracas. Today we've got groups 18 and 19 of Round 2. Looking to be the first member of Raw Sun God Racing to make Round 3, it's Zuru in his Zuru-branded Typhoon. Double Z was near perfect in Round 1, winning 3 laps. Representing Flips Racing, Mach is back on track in his Country Club Muscle, which he drove to a second place first round finish behind Raggedy Man of IDR. Jennifer and her Crescendo took second in Round 1 to Grey Wizard, and she's the last of the Fractal Panda clan from a team of 5. Junkyard Joust is down to just 3 drivers after Hot Black's recent departure, and today they're putting Ford Prefect back on the track in his Way Too Fast. Hopefully he's just the right amount of fast. We've got Zuru and Mach up front, Jennifer and Ford in the back. Mach leaps out of the gate, and he's over and down that hill before Zuru can even blink. Ford barrels past a slow Zuru, and Jennifer as well. The entire group spreads out across the entire bottom half as Mach wins easily. Ford Prefect is second, Zuru spins and takes third in reverse, and Jennifer gets hung up on the wall despite the safety barrier. Smooth sailing for Mach, but all 3 other drivers slip and slide on the final straight, almost like the current weather here in Indiana is putting down a sheet of ice. Flips Racing up early. Jennifer assumes the pole and will look to right her ship on lap 2. A much better start for Zuru, who benefits from a speed of sound push from behind. Everyone running smooth, and Mach still looking to pass. He's wild, and he drives off the track just prior to the finish line. Jennifer slides to another stop, and Ford is on his roof in the final turn. Mach really wanted that win so much that he was willing to drive off track for it, and officials are awarding him second place well, he passed the finish line despite being off track. Despite near disaster on the final straight, Mach maintains his 1-point lead in the group, Zuru moving up to second with Ford's DNF. The Betelgeuse on the pole, Jennifer outside. Ford and Mach fly through that shallower turn 1 lane, and they're massively out front traveling through Hoth. A little slipping and sliding, and Mach challenges, but Ford Prefect takes lap 3. Jenny and Zuru well behind, but they both cross the line, and the entire group completes the lap. Things are looking good for Mach, while a big battle for second between Zuru and Ford Prefect is at hand, or wheel. While Ford has that P2 advantage, Mach is on the pole. And sure enough, Zuru is able to follow him through while that long body of Ford's navigates the hill turn. Ford all over Zuru as they round the square. Mach wins, and Zuru takes a very close second to move on to round 3. Jennifer will at least cross the line, putting an end to Fractal Panda's short tournament run. Congrats to Mach, who never finishes worse than second. On to Group 19, and we've got Filipiak Performance Diecast with Brutal and his Lethal Diesel, who put up 14 in the group that technically eliminated Vapor Racing's Louisa. From Dogtown Racing, Javen and his Nitro Door Slammer was the second place meet between the sandwich buns of Arlo and Dubious Diecast in Round 1. That paints quite a picture. In one of 5 remaining cars for Down Squad Racing, Sam Malone took off work today to drive his blue and yellow Batmobile. In Round 1, Sam tied a driver from DRT3K for the win, only taking 1 win but leaving the donuts at the bar. And it's a twofer for Raw Sun God Racing today, as they will also put Dusty back on the track in his Bedlam. Dusty scraped by on 7 points after taking a pair of DNFs in the first round. Brutal and Javen up front, Sam and Dusty in the back. Brutal has actually raced here a few times, most recently just missing the semifinals of the death race. He gets out front and he looks like he'll hold it. Everyone's satisfied with warming up their wheels on lap 1. Brutal takes the W. Whoa! Javen is second while Sam rolls and wrecks behind him. There's Dusty. Wait, he just disappeared after rounding the final turn. Well, the safety barrier saved Sam, but for some reason Dusty just took a reverse dump anyways. That paints another pleasant picture. The boys in black benefit from the double DNF to get Group 19 started. Sam and Dusty line up on the inside, Brutal and Javen on the outside. Javen makes the pass on Sam in turn 2. Sam challenges Javen, but Javen holds on for second on a lap that looked very much like the first. And Dusty will take another donut. Sam nearly catching Javen, the closest thing to some tough racing here so far, but Brutal and Javen dominating. Dusty and Sam start up front, Javen and Brutal in the back. Sam and Brutal blast ahead. They are owning this lap. They both wipe out. And here comes Dusty and Javen. Ooh, they all crossed the line, but that was so wild, all I can tell you is that Javen was last. Dusty smashes into Brutal, who gets rolling again, collecting Sam, who slides across and wins the lap on his roof. Brutal doubles his lead over Javen, locking up his spot in round 3. Sam will fight Javen for second. They line up for the final lap of the day. Javen leads, Brutal hot on his heels. Those lethal diesels have been nothing but fire this tournament. Brutal spins out in the final turn. Javen wins. Ooh! Brutal collects the field and will close out the day with a somewhat surprising triple DNF as Javen finally gets a lap victory, tying Brutal for the group win. Four different teams put drivers through to round 3, including the first for Raw Sun God Racing. Congratulations to Mock, Brutal, Javen, and Zuru. This has been Jim D for Indiana Diecast Racing. Be sure to check in next time for more slightly above mediocre diecast racing and the continuing round 2 action of the Final Fantasy Fracas. By Rust Belt Customs.